Good night. Welcome back to Tactical Chili.
Good
Um,
evening.
yes, how are you, good Charlie?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Not too bad. Is this good evening or is not good night? I always have confusions with those things in English, man.
Good night.
Good
I'm going to
evening, good
bed.
night.
See ya.
Yeah, but you have
Enjoy.
also good afternoon, which
Hey,
is you also have good afternoon. What's the difference between good afternoon, good evening?
one
Just
is
in a,
afternoon, but it's not dark yet. What's your point?
I don't know. Spanish is only one, buenas tardes, and that's the afternoon. It is until it's night. That's it.
Okay.
Simple. Okay,
Okay.
sorry.
Welcome to this
Just it.
episode of Pato Teaches Spanish.
Oh, we can do that. We can do it the Spanish version of Tactical Chili and just replace you with Victor. He's real Mexican.
I could speak Spanish. You never know.
Yeah. Doritos, taquitos, chimichangas. Yeah.
Taco
See?
Bell.
Taco Bell. Yeah. There you go. It's, yeah. See? Easy, man. But speaking of guest, we have today. We announced last week about the guest that we are going to have today. Um, a good friend of the community. Being pretty much, I think I have seen this guy in pretty much every bloody tournament that is in around New Zealand. Doesn't matter where it is in Auckland. He's there. You go a tournament and you will see it.
Yeah.
Is that true or not?
That's because
Pretty
his kids are
much.
older now. He's got more time.
Oh, true. I have old kids, and
Yeah, but your kids don't
yeah,
play Warhammer, so
yeah, but yeah, and then I started again, and now I
that
have
you
two
did.
little
Yes,
ones. Uh,
yes.
that
No, we've
that's
got
on me.
you know our famous good friend, the famous hypercrypt killer himself. Here,
The
yeah,
Johnny Larson killer.
yeah, to join with us to talk about the Roosters kind of journey in teams. Because what we thought we would do is, with the teams events coming up, we've just finished our WTC series, going to another year of WTC. Is how did we get into teams? How do new teams get into the 40k teams format? What
And
are
the
some
the
yeah, the
evolution
evolution
in
of teams
time.
and where we first started, because we all started around the same time. Yeah, and how to improve and get better, and what are some of the strategies and considerations. And we've got a teams event coming up in November.
Yes,
Hopefully this will be a great video for newer teams to watch and get some ideas on how to build for that. So
yes,
let's
correct.
bring our good friend Luke Paraman in.
Let's bring it. Hi, Luke. How are
Hey
you?
guys, good
Good
on
evening,
yourselves.
Luke.
Good
Very good.
evening.
Thank you for accept the invitation.
Thanks for
This
having me,
is
man.
oh sorry, this is madness. Normally, we go there. You see, I click buttons because I'm just experimenting here. I wanted to
Go for
bring
it.
this one actually, but so good. Um, it is good to have you here. We have been talking with Charlie. We want to. I think we have been talking about the high level teams, covering WTC, and how the Team New Zealand did on the last WTC. But we wanted to, since we are going to run teams now with Hamilton Immortals, that they um, allow us to work with them. Um, we thought is like, well, okay, cool. How actually is that journey from I want to stop, playing. I gather five lads, and then you come back again and again and again, and yes, as everything in Warhammer, I guess you don't start winning, or your expectation is not go and smash it. You go for learning. So how's that journey? How kind of like what motivated you to start the teams? How was that for you?
I actually don't know who first thought of the idea for the Roosters. Thinking about it now,
Okay.
as Chris, David, and I, we both used to go to tournaments with our sons. Well, both three of us. Yeah, and we're all from the shore, and so is Stefan. And we also used to hang out at Game Roost quite often, which was really new store, just starting out at the time. and we just started jamming together. And then we heard about one of the teams events. Which one was it? I think it was NZTC was our first one. Yeah,
Was Warp Wars or NCTC?
one of the two. I can't remember. Eh? But we heard about it. There was a lot of hype, and I was watching it on War Games Live. I was watching lots of teams event, and the whole
Mm.
strategy of pairing just fascinated me. I thought it was amazing. I want to do that. I'll be happy if I just do that part and I don't play, you know. And so we were talking, and we were like, "Hey, let's make a team and let's just go play." So we started. We just threw ourselves together. We did. We weren't really that much into like strategizing who we're gonna face, that type of thing. But we just started playing for fun, and to go hang out afterwards, have a beer somewhere, and just chill. It was pretty
Mm.
lax. But as time goes by, we're getting more into it, more into the strategy side of things, and building specific armies. And it's led me to start collecting multiple armies too. So just so that we can get a more balanced team overall. But hey, it's
Yes.
how it goes. Eh? And we bring
So
our kids as well. So bonus.
yeah, you have Ronan that plays with you, David, Logan. We know we have played against you guys and they multiple times. But that is interesting. What you say, you started, you went there, you just wanted to. For you was like, oh, the pairing system and how this works is really cool. I want to experience there, and as you say, you went there pretty much with no knowledge of what is teams and how the other teams will preparing about the matrix, all
Oh yeah.
the tactic behind the scenes. And up to, and now the last time that we faced you guys, you were a massive matrix with all the factions, very specific and very tactic, which that evolution that didn't happen in a couple of tournaments. You have been there in lots of them. So for you, how have been that evolution from that moment that you start as as you say, just going for fun, and then what was the first thing that you thought or your team thought is like, we need to improve in here to do better? What was the next step after going?
Well, I think it was on the first day we were playing, and we saw somebody sitting with a laptop with a spreadsheet that was color coded. And I remember in my mind, I was like, "What the fuck?" I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, but it was like,
Yes, you are.
"Whoa!"
Say whatever you want. We're yeah. Until YouTube bans us, say whatever you want.
But it is up 18 plus, so don't worry.
Yeah, so my mind was blown. Eh? I spent the rest of the event thinking, damn, these guys went through all five of them, every single other team, and they built the matrix and they had discussions. And I was like, okay, that's meta. That's crazy. So how do we up our game?
Yeah,
What do we do to get a little bit better at this? Yeah.
yeah. So
Did
because
you?
when
Sorry, yeah,
no,
Charlie.
I was gonna say because when you started, very much similar to myself and Patricia, you would have been five people that had experienced singles events, right? Singles tournaments. Because I remember playing yourself and Ronan
Yeah.
for the last 5 or 6 years at doubles events and singles events, and we were always building strong singles lists, looking at singles videos and battle reports. Um, Did you catch on early that for teams it's slightly different because of the parents process? You can dodge bad matchups, or was it still let's bring five really strong balanced singles lists and see how we go? Like, what was kind of your evolution of play style and people's roles and things like that?
Yeah. Like you said, initially it was just five strong singles lists. We're like, let's just get what's good, and then we'll try and see what we can do with the pairings, or when they drop whoever, who do we like? What are we gonna do? And then as we started playing event after event, we started building, okay, here's a skew. This is what we can do, where we can go, where we can push our armies to do different things. We're still learning about getting an attacker and a defender army, that type of thing. We haven't really got to that level yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there.
Well, I mean, as from at least from what I have observed, as one of the few teams that have consistently brought skew lists, Stefan, Vanguard Nids, and having been on the receiving end of that, how have you kind of built that into your strategy? Like, do you typically drop him first, or would you drop more of a balanced singles list first to go out and get the draws, or Is there any particular way you construct your team now, like having learned through a few events?
Yeah. So Stefan's list was actually interesting. He built his list before Vanguard became popular. So
Yeah,
before it was cool, and he's
I
been refining it for so long.
I was in the first iteration. In the receiving side was not nice, was not beautiful,
Hey,
wasn't any O.
you're playing a jail list now too. So
Well, yeah. I was playing Eldar on the peak of Eldar, and I got a smash. So I was like,
oh
"What the
yeah,
fuck is this?" And
Yeah.
then somebody's like, "Oh, this is Vanganitz. I need to try this." And I build my own list, and it's like, "This is so cool."
yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, I would drop Stefan first every time, but we actually I go in trying to look at how who has the most good matchups
Mm,
and try and put them down first usually, so they can try and pull something good, or unless they have high scoring matchups. I mean, when we first started, no matrix. Then our first matrix had just green, orange, and red for whether you think you're gonna lose
mm,
badly, be okay, or win. And then
yeah,
now we're starting to get into like actual points. I can get 15 plus, I can get 10 to 50, like, and then now we're actually going, okay, you've got three that you can get 15 to 20. Okay, so let's hold you back till we know you can get those ones. If somebody thinks they're not going to do well against everyone, and oh my goodness, when we put the matrix out, some guys just go red across the board and they just leave.
and it's like, "What the hell, bro?" Yeah,
Yeah, but then
yeah.
so then obviously you know what, you got to sacrifice somebody, eh? We do that up
The
front.
bus.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
push them
Yeah.
under the bus.
Yeah.
And
Because
that's interesting because sorry, Charlie, but the bus player is always important on the teams. Sometimes you build a bus list to just throw it, and you know that it's not going to win, but it's not going to lose neither. So it's going to bring, like for example, you have a list that should bring you 20 O's all the time, but you throw it on the that list that is a bus, and you are going to not going to score your 20, and the other team was expecting that. So it's interesting how you can build around those things.
Yeah. Well, we haven't actually built a bus list yet, but also
I feel
we,
like
we
just
look at
bust Ronan every time.
that's shh, don't let him hear that. Yeah, but also we're still going to have fun, right? I mean, we don't
Yeah.
expect to win any teams events, so even the player who's getting smashed a lot, eventually we'll go, okay, let's try and get you a good matchup, and someone else will try and take a one they're not looking for,
I mean
just so we
that
can have some fun.
that's a really good point. In terms of winning the event, you guys got pretty close last time at the last NZTC, right? If you won the last couple of rounds, there was a good chance you were going to be in the top three. After we had our round, right?
Yeah,
Um, but I think, and you touched on a really good point there in teams events, because in singles events, if we go through like we lose round one, we lose round two. Like if you lose the first 3 rounds in a 2 day event, you kind of get quite depressed as well. Like I'm not doing as well as I think I should be, or you've just had a run of bad luck. But in a team's environment, if your role is to go there and take all the bad matchups and fight for every single point, and you turn that mentality around, you build some of that mental fortitude, and your team end up winning the rounds, especially when it's super close, right? Because what I
yeah,
found is when your team wins the round by 1 point, it's not the 20-0 guy that they're going to be celebrating. It's you who
yeah,
just got one
Is
point off someone. Yeah,
from that bad matchup. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So,
yeah,
I mean, I've been in so many situations where I might go into a matchup, I'm going to get 6 points maximum. I get seven, that wins us the round, kind of thing. Um,
yeah.
it's just so important that it's not really a bus roll. It's the person that can take the heaviest hitting.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not that, hey, I lost the match. It's that, hey, I went against somebody who was supposed to score high and I held him off and I got just what the team needed.
Exactly.
Just,
Exactly.
yeah,
I mean, if you think about it, if you stop a 20-0 opponent getting 20-0, you've essentially won the match, even though you
pretty
lost the
much.
actual game. So,
Yeah.
moral victory.
Jonty. Sorry, Jonty.
yeah,
There,
so
there's
it's
my
it's
cough.
interesting. Yeah. So, because I remember we were talking, I think there was one of the 4-man teams events at Spellbound a little while ago, and you showed me your matrix, and I had a kind of had a quick look through it.
Oh yeah.
Going, yeah, let's have a look at your decision points. This is actually what you want to consider in terms of what you put forward first, who they could have attacked with. And
Mm.
I remember there was one round, and you took guard, right? And there was one matchup that you could win, and the other three were all reds. And it's like, this is how you should think about engineering, getting that one matchup you could beat. And it was the cultist spam, wasn't it? The Chaos
Yeah.
Space Marine cultist spam, yeah. And you managed to get it, and you guys smashed that round.
I was so amazed that that worked. I was like, I didn't care about the game itself. The pairing worked. I was just so excited.
Yeah,
Felt bad for that opponent though, eh?
yeah. Because we're going, okay, if we drop this first, they could drop these two. And then if we pick this one, there's a good chance we can get Luke into this one here. And all three other matchups were terrible for you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then interestingly enough, the match was so bad. I just touched it a little bit. It's I felt so bad for my opponent. So he had cultist spam, and I had I think 2 basilisks and 2 earthshaker carriages. So I just gave his entire army -2 to move, advance, and charge. And took it, and we
Oh.
were playing hammer and anvil. So he
Oh.
only got to the center in turn 3. It was
Oh.
then the following
Yeah.
round. I paired into world eaters on search and destroy. So I ended up in the worst matchup I could get.
Yep. Yep.
But it just so happened we won that by like 2 points, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, it just worked out.
But you didn't, I'm assuming you didn't get 20 owed that second round?
No, I didn't.
You
I
managed to
didn't
hold the
actually.
world eaters off, and yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
that
picked
this was before
assassinate.
18 Bulgrins.
I had no Bulgrin. I picked assassinate and I killed Angron like 2 or 3 times.
Nice. Just go
Excellent.
Angron hunting. Yeah, 3 points. Yeah.
Farming that
No,
aggro, eh?
that's awesome. So for the newer teams players, and people that are thinking about starting and joining a group of friends to come to a teams event, what would be some really easy, low hanging fruit type advice we could give them around constructing a team, picking factions? Like, talk us through your process. Say you're preparing for the next teams event. What would you look at taking as your kind of factions out of the current meta?
Okay, for me, first thing I look at is how much painting I need to do. Because the meta
Always
changes.
a consideration. Yes, absolutely.
Very big
Yeah,
consideration. Yeah.
uh,
Yep.
and, and my eyesight's gone to crap, so I can't paint that well anymore.
That's why you have an 18-year-old with Paint Monkey.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I try so much to get him to do it. I even pay him sometimes. It doesn't work.
Doesn't
But
work like that, eh?
yeah, he's studying now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
So for teams, I would actually advise people to if they can't do meta, go with what's fun. Go with something random because
Yeah.
of the pairing process, you can avoid the pairings or the matchups you don't want to go into, and still have a good time. And obviously, don't expect to win if it's going to be your first teams event. Don't expect to get out there and smash a few rounds. I mean, if you can win 1 or 2 rounds, then that'll be awesome. But go to have fun as a team. Yeah,
Yes.
play what you want to play. Initially, when you want to get serious, then they go and try to take diverse armies. Not actually, we were thinking recently about 5-man teams doing everything toughness 10, guard with tanks, greater demons, knights, chaos knights.
Double knights. Yep.
Yeah, even T-Sons with like mutilate vortex beasts and Magnus, and just go.
Nice.
What are you going to do into this?
I guess I'll crit on 5s and take lethals.
Good old Custodes.
Hope the points come down.
Oh
Finger
man,
cross.
I just got 18 Bulgren, so the points are going up next week.
100%. I mean, Guard have a higher win rate than Custodes right now, I think.
Yeah, I think they're like 45, 46 at the moment.
Custodes is 42. Give me my 35-point Guard, thank you. Love it.
Yeah, I don't think that you will get to that. But I think you're right, Luke. The teams is when you go first time, if you don't know what you are doing, or you don't have any prior knowledge of teams and anything, you go there for the experience to learn, to get a good time with your mates, and have fun. talk with the others, probably other teams, to get some that information. Um, and from there, most likely, I can guarantee you that a person that goes to a team event will get hooked in playing teams format, because it's very fun. Um, and I think from there you can start building up, and uplifting your game, as you say. Start doing your matrix. What are the SKU list or list that could work, and I think that is the important part. Otherwise, yeah, you go there, yeah, you're going to lose it, then you don't come back. I don't think that is normally what happened on teams. I'm pretty sure
No.
all of us went there, have the first go, and I was like, holy crap, this is good. I just wanted to come back. Doesn't matter, if yeah. But hopefully with your lad, your teams, your mates, I think make it more interesting. And I have been in different teams. I start with the Hamilton lads, and yeah, jump to the Bench Warriors, and now we have our own team, and I think it's the people that with the people that you play is what makes the best
Mm.
from teams. Um, that I think is the core value from
Yep.
teams.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you can have a good group of people, you play, for a few events together as a team, win and lose as a team. It's just such an enjoyable time.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. The other advice I'd give new starters would be practice playing with a clock,
Oh yes.
because that gets important. Finishing your games so that you can get as many points as possible. Because it's not about winning, like we said, it's about those points. And then playing on heavier terrain, because when we do play teams, it's usually on WTC style terrain. And if you haven't played on that before, it can be quite a shock.
Yep.
Like, it gets quite
Yeah.
heavy.
I would say as well, in addition, write down the pairings process. So first defender, second defender. Obviously, don't show any opponents during the weekend. Leak away people's strategies, but just write down to see why, and you can analyze as a team later why someone did what they did. Why did Luke put down Chaos Knights first? Oh, it was because we had this, and Chaos Knights is actually quite a general balanced defender list, and just analyzing through some of the pairings patterns that people tend to do, and then you can start designing lists and factions going into the process that gives you a bit of an advantage, or at least equals. Unless if you're really there to just have absolutely fun when you pair a serious team, just
Just go.
shuffle your cards. That pisses
Yeah.
people off to no end. Just shuffle your
Oh
cards. You don't know who
yes.
you're going to put down. You just see veins popping, which is always a good time.
Because they are not expecting that, and you can actually mess with all their logic by doing that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sometimes we actually do that for the last few matchups, or if we know the opposing team really well and like people want to
yeah,
play against each other, then
yeah,
we try and engineer it.
yeah. No, that's
yeah,
always a good
but
time.
yeah, because I think it's the worst part is that people has spent, I guess, all this time doing the matrix to get the pairings right and everything, and then you just go like, I don't know, this one. But what the you really mess with people. Yeah, yeah, I have seen that as a fucking yeah.
It's a good
Oh,
strategy.
I think this last NZTC, who was it? I think it's Clive, a Dark Angels player.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Clive.
Clive.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, and we had two players that really wanted to play into him, and the rest of the team didn't. And we had one left each. No, we had two, and then I went. I paired it properly. These guys are going to do well, and these guys are not going to do well. And then I put them down, and then Clive walked past, and I was like, "Oh, Clive, you're the defender." And I gave him a set of cards, and I said, "Happy birthday, dude! You're going to love this." And then he picked it up, and I gave him the wrong two cards. I gave him the list that didn't want to play him, and he was like, "Thanks, man."
You're right. I'm gonna love this. It's fantastic.
What a great birthday, man! Oh,
Oh my
you're an
goodness.
absolute yeah. Yeah, I play.
Yes.
Clive is from Tilty and Salty, eh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good lad, good
Yes.
lad. I
Yeah.
play first time that I played with him against was in the tournament in Hobby Master.
Oh yes,
Very,
the one
very, yeah, it
days.
was
Yeah,
very, yeah, it was very, very cool. First time I played with him ever, but he's a really, really good lad.
Yeah, real gentleman.
Yes,
yeah.
yes, 100%. He also loved to listen us in the Spotify. So if I don't upload the episode very fast, he complains with Charlie. Okay, where's my episode? Oh, I want to hear it. It's not in the Spotify. And Charlie goes like, Paro, people is complaining. Oh, it's Clive again. Damn it.
Hey, see, Clive,
That happens.
do things around here. This is how
Yeah,
the magic happens.
yeah.
Um,
Crack that whip.
yeah, but no, it's really good. So actually, look, did you guys start as Roosters? Was Game Roost around when you guys started teams, or did you operate by a different
Um,
name before? I
it,
honestly can't remember.
no, we didn't. I don't think we initially used the Roosters as a name. Uh,
Yeah, I
it
don't
was
remember
it
to
was
have seen Roosters. No.
yeah, it was Chris's suggestion. And he went and talked to Nathaniel, the owner of the store, and he
Right.
was there's no sponsorship or anything. It's just like, hey, can we give you some free advertising? We like the store. We hang out here.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Nats was like, yeah, cool. And he gave us some of the shirts that the staff wear. And
Oh, yes,
so
those
yeah,
shirts are pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh.
yeah. So yeah, and then we just represent. We're not like, they don't give us anything. We don't ask for anything. We're just there, waving the flag type of thing. Yeah.
No, it's really cool. It's really cool to see some of the shops supporting the teams and the
No, it is.
from the
Yeah.
region that you play in and regulars, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's
I have
fantastic.
a Rooster objective marker.
Oh
I
yeah, we
trade
traded
one
one.
with Luke. Yeah, I trade with one with Luke. So
Oh,
I've
you
got
made one?
well,
Yeah, we actually.
they have personalized Rooster ones.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's
you
mine?
have that. You
I don't
have
have one.
had those for ages.
Yeah,
Well,
I bought
since
the
I
wooden ones, and they're not so
No,
lekker.
wooden
So
ones are
nah,
terrible. Yeah.
yeah,
yeah,
so I
that's
thought,
terrible.
if I'm gonna buy some, let's just get it printed with the logo on it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Since I remember, I have seen like David, Logan,
Mm,
you and running play with the Rooster ones, and
That's right.
when in the last team I went with the first ones that I made for the
Chilli.
tactical Chile. And after the run ended, Luke approached to say, "Oh, you want to trade an objective market?" It's like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." And now I have one from Rooster.
Yeah.
Well, what can I say, Charlie? I'm popular.
I'm gonna try and trade with some of the other teams too. Get a collection of different ones.
But
Yeah.
that's I guess the whole spirit that Charlie was talking about WTC. You go and trade
Yes.
one dice,
Mm.
you trade the objective, even
Trade
trade shirts.
T-shirts. Yeah. Trading
Yeah,
T-shirts
yeah,
and
yeah.
objectives. Dice.
Oh,
It's a
but
huge,
trading
huge culture,
the used shirt off of someone's back.
bro. The
Well,
sweatier,
Did
the
you like wring
better.
it out afterwards?
the
No,
sweeter the
just
better.
the sweatier, the better, mate.
Yeah, yeah. I can imagine. But Charlie is like some of the lads buy additional t-shirts. So you have for the 4 days, and then you buy like a couple more because they are going to trade. And at the end of the day, if you don't buy additional, you don't trade, or you will not end up with one of your
Oh,
own team.
so I think I had 6 T-shirts this year because last year I only had 2 because I figured I'll just wash
Wow.
and wear, and I didn't realize that there was this whole trading thing. So I traded both of mine away, and I got 2 T-shirts. Heaps of people wanted because New Zealand T-shirts are usually quite nice, black, like some sort of silver
Mm.
fern type logo. It reminds the Europeans of the All Blacks, and they love the All
Of
Blacks,
course,
right?
of course.
Nice.
So I traded mine away last year. I didn't keep any of my T-shirts. This year I went back. I bought 6 this time. I'm gonna have enough. Was not enough. Basically, every single round you play, you want to trade with someone on the other team, and then you want to try and go collect some of the top teams like France T-shirts, England T-shirts, USA T-shirts, and things like that. So I traded all 6 away, and the team is actually doing another order to backfill, so we have one of our own ones because everybody traded every single T-shirt away.
That is crazy.
Cool.
I
Yeah.
think Finn bought 10 T-shirts, and he still managed to trade every single one away.
Yeah, you need like
Wow.
11 because it's
Yeah.
6 rounds,
Well, I
right?
think
Plus a few.
7 rounds. Yeah,
7.
7 rounds. Yeah. So 7 for your opponents, and then maybe another 4 spear to trade with other friends and
Mm.
yeah, things like that.
that's crazy.
It's really cool. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah, I think I traded away 36 Team New Zealand dice.
And a tactical Chilli one.
And a couple of tactical Chilli ones, yes. Because people have heard
He,
about the podcast over there, which is amazing, but
yeah,
it's caught by
he
surprise.
he got one from Mexico. That's what I know because
Oh
they
yes, I
like the
traded a
chili.
Chilli dice to Mexico, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was cool. But I guess um, for back, going back to the events and the teams, with the time you also we have seen that you guys even in the last couple of events you have put up to two teams. You have a lot of people over there, so you have a couple of young lads. Um, and what I like from what you guys do is that you don't go, oh, let's do this is the strong team and this is the the May team. You mix your teams, and you like I remember the last one. David March was Ralph play Warhammer. Ralph Wigan play Warhammer. I think was the name
Yeah.
of the team. Um, so yeah, Ralph will play Warhammer, and you have two teams, and there was like kind of like some of even Logan was playing with you.
No, I think
Was
Logan
Logan?
and Ronan played with David. That one.
Oh yes, Ron
Yeah.
that's one. One of the kids was in swap. I was like, well, this is kind of cool. You have a bunch of new teams. So what? So is that popular for you guys over there in Game Rooster? You have enough people to do more than one team apparently.
Yeah. So, so we've got basically Chris, David, myself, Stefan, and James now. And then
You're welcome.
Mr.
thanks for
Wardle.
kicking him out. And then the three sons, and then Stefan's wife, Nicola, she also plays.
Yeah.
So she stopped for a little while, but she's getting back into doubles and things. So she said she may be up for a teams event every now and again. And
Oh, cool.
Maddie's also starting an army too. So that gives us
Nice.
like 10 people already.
I
Yeah.
saw
So we
Liam in one of them too.
Liam? No. Oh yeah, Liam. Yes, yes. So
Yes.
Liam and his crew, dog tacklers, they're also at the roost. So every now and again, we're short a couple of players. So we just go, hey, anyone wants to join up? This is where the event's happening, and then we'll always get people coming through. Usually,
Nice.
we will say, does anybody want to be slightly more competitive? Anyone want to be less competitive? So the one team will go and do matrices and things, and then the other team will be like, okay, let's just whatever.
Wing it.
So
Let's go.
wing it. So
Wigan.
we chop and change with those from time to time. Yeah.
That's very cool. It's nice to have a large player base. Everyone's keen and wants to do the teams format.
Yeah, and not everyone can make it all the time because,
Yeah.
like, with the next team
Life.
coming up, a lot of people are studying now. So Ronan and Logan are studying. Ronan's like, okay, his exams will be over, so he's not going to be getting any reps in between now and the event. He's just going to rock up and go, hope I remember
Perfect.
my rules.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This grudge is happening. Come on, Ronan.
The crash.
Round one at a tournament. That's what we need
Not
to make happen.
again.
He's
Every
going
time.
to have. He's having nightmares with you, Charlie. Come on. Every time,
Uh,
every tournament.
Actually, when he first started playing 40k, I think the first person he versed was Charlie, and he got like slaughtered. And then after that, he's like, at the next two tournaments, I think they just happened to play again first round. Then they started grudging each
Yes.
other, and he measured his performance or his improvement by how much he closed the gap. So that really helped him, yeah. So he'd be
Yeah.
keen to do it.
I told him what a pre-game move was back in 8th edition.
That is so cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So I think because we played going to a little bit around the team strategy and how to approach a round. Our two teams played at NZTC.
Yeah, that was round
Pato,
3, I think. Yes.
yeah, Pato, do you have the pairings?
I
Do you
can
want
I can bring the
to
pairings for you
quickly bring up the
guys
pairings?
if you give me a couple of seconds. I can.
Yeah.
Um,
Because that was a very interesting round. Our matrix looked pretty good against your lists, but if I remember correctly, you paired very differently from how we thought you would. And
Um,
I actually think you outpaired us and got the matchups you wanted.
Oh, goodness.
that was in July, eh?
That was
Yeah,
should be
June,
in
July.
your past events.
Yeah.
In my past events. Oh no, but
In
I'm with the
ZTC.
Tactical Chili account because Tactical Chili account give us the access to
You were in
everything.
the tournament. You can see it anyway.
Yep,
Let me see.
I'm signed in with the
Okay, okay.
Tactical
Yes,
Chili
it
account.
was in July. Okay, it was in July.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember that first pairing. I think you guys dropped Jonty first.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can't.
we most of the times we drop Jonty first on 5 mans because of the table, because there's only 1 or 2 tables that the monolith can
Here
get through,
is.
which is a huge problem
Mm,
bringing the larger models.
What round
So
was that?
round 3.
should be 3.
Round three. Okay, I'm bringing that. Give me 1 second,
Yeah.
guys. Um, Excellent. This one, and I'll bring it back there. So if we go back, round three, Planeteers over Calamity, Mighty Cox, Chile. No, round three
No.
was the last one of the
Oh, it
days.
must be round 4.
Four, I think it was round
Round 4.
four.
Round 4.
Yes, because if we won this one, we more likely to end it up on the also in the top. So it was about um,
Oh, yeah,
Oh
it
no,
was
that doesn't look
it
right.
was the end of day 1.
It should be round
the
3.
end of the day one is it's round
Round 3.
3, yeah, because it was 6 rounds.
No, give me 1 second.
I remember I was so dead in round 6. Oof.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I was brain dead and physically. I sat through that whole game.
Team six. What's going
No, the
on?
replay round 5.
I think so.
No.
Because the round six was the last one.
Oh, of course, yes, we played.
Oh, we played round
Yes,
5.
We played
Oh,
round
yes. If
5.
we
wow.
if we wanted this one, we got it your opponent because whatever you play,
Ah,
and then we couldn't. If we won, we get a podium, or if you won, get a podium. Was kill or be killed here. Yes. So that was the
okay.
this was the round. It was a solid 61-39, bro.
James's name still hasn't been changed back. Sorry, everyone. That is their internal team thing. Thanks, Maddie. That's
That's it's James' partner.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Roosters coach having some fun at the end of the day.
He's
Amazing.
still
Um,
registered as that.
I James,
Love.
I have to get James and Maddie to watch this episode. This is hilarious. We're just gonna bring this up constantly. Um,
Holy
Uh,
macaronis.
yeah.
he's
Let's
gonna
bring
go
it.
change it back.
Let's bring the best game of James Wardle ever. Oh, it's this one
yeah,
round
yeah.
five in the CDC.
This is his best game. He yep, absolutely carried this one. Yep. Uh,
Oh no.
But
this is awesome.
here what happened? We dropped
So we
Jotty
dropped
first.
Jonty first because Jonty's been like our strategy was we want the hypercrypt list, double monolith to get the table at once. Otherwise, it can't maneuver as well, and it loses
Yes,
a lot of power. Also, Jonty's list doesn't have a lot of natural counters, so he's a skilled enough player that he can usually pull like a 15 out of any matchup. So he was our, like you said, the first drop because he had the least amount of red in orange matchups. Um,
correct.
and I think you guys counted with obviously yourself having played him. And what was the other one?
So what we did there was everyone went, "Oh shit, it's Jonty.
Yep.
I don't want to play him." And then we were like, "Okay,
Classic.
which list will Jonty not want to play into?" And then we thought about it and we said, "Okay, we'll put that down, and
The
I'll go.
Tyranids.
I'll take the hit into Jonty." And
Yeah.
then he
So did
picked
you put
me.
Stefan and yourself?
I
Was
can't
it two
remember who
horde
the other
lists?
one was. It
I
might have been, yeah.
I have a feeling because I know Jonty was go well. If the Nids go first, then that's a really hard game for him to pull back because everything gets tagged in combat and it's too much for him to kill.
Yeah.
Yes, I think
Yeah.
he was trying to avoid Stefan because of the speed of the list, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, his list was crazy. And I think
Yeah.
Chris may have been our first drop because at that
Was
point
Chris
he
your
was like,
first drop?
I think so. Because I think he was
Oh,
like,
that's,
yeah, put me down.
I
Because
think
usually we
Chris
were
was
doing
with.
Stefan. Yeah.
Yeah, so it must have been me and you, Pato, went up against the
I'm
Blood
pretty
Angels, something
sure.
like that.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure, and they got you because nobody wanted to go with the space war. I don't know how I ended up with running, which I had. I think you pair me against running. I think I went second defender and they choose me. I'm pretty sure because I said to running, why you choose the 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 wolf tail? With the chaos knight because I have played this game and I can guarantee you that I can. If it's just the spam of war dogs, I win this game. And it was like I don't know what was the logic behind that one, Luke. But
Yeah.
yeah,
No,
I don't know
we
why.
haven't played into Wolf. The only time we play Wolf Jail is against you, really. we
Well, I
haven't.
was the
We don't see it that
apparently I'm
often.
the only one running that shit. Yeah, sure
Yeah.
that.
So we do have a lovely guy by the name of Keshi over at Game Roost. He doesn't play competitively, but he
Mm.
loves his wolves. So he either goes uh, Sons of Rus.
Yeah.
He always goes Sons of Rus, and sometimes he'll throw in Wolf Jail. Sometimes he'll go like Terminators and characters, and so we play
Mm,
sometimes against him, but not that often.
Mm.
But we were
okay.
hoping Ronan could stall you a little bit, or at least maybe move through you and hit your weaker units or something like that. Yeah.
He actually managed to pull the bloody. That was a 20-0 until he pulled the bloody secret mission with a war dog in bloody one wound left. We both we
Someone's still
both
salty about this.
it is interesting because we both make very two mistakes. The first one was running. He was tagging combat with one of the war dogs or one of the shooting ones, and he fall back and fall back, so that guy couldn't shoot. And then after he fall back and we were moving on, I said to Ronan, Why you fall back with the war dog?" Because I to shoot you, like, well, you're a vehicle, you can shoot me in combat, and now you cannot shoot me, and now pretty much I can reactive move and tag you again. It's like, oh, David, can we redo it? He asked me. He said, look, Ronan, this is a critical moment on the game. Any other moment of and any other, I will say yes, there is not a problem. But this is actually something that could pull the game for me, and I can get the win. And 3 Doritos later, um, I fucked up my screening on the back, like for half an inch. He managed to put one brigand on the back of my backline, and I said to Ronan, "See, I could ask you to if I could redo this. What you are going to say? You go suck it." It's like that's the critical. There is errors that I can tell you. Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't affect really much the game. But that is what pulls him with the because he managed to bring that brigand on the back. He hold it, resist, and then he pulled the with that brigand that was the only one alive. In bloody one wound or two wounds, something like that. He pulled the secret mission, and that 20-0 was now 14-6,
Mm.
which is amazing.
That's a great example of the teams, playing the team's mentality. Ronan had known he had lost the game at this stage, but going from 0 to 6 points, that is a huge difference for the team.
It's
Because
massive.
I mean, the points difference there looks quite, because you guys, was it 55 points to win? 56 points to win, something like that, 55.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some of that.
Um, so you won by a comfortable margin, like 5 or 6 points. Um, but
but
based on the
those points.
pairings, it was a lot closer, and a couple of things could have swung. Because on our
Either
side,
way.
yeah, our Grey Knights were supposed to bring back, around 10 points, 8 to 10 points.
Yeah,
I think just not enough reps into Drakari, and James being a decent Drakari player, because
yeah.
that's one
And
of his
Ashley
main
was
factions.
also very smashed on his body at that stage of the
Oh yeah,
of
he was
the
very tired.
Oh,
event.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
then Ryan, we knew was probably a loss into the Nids.
yeah. Any
With
that
points
was
that
his
Votan.
he
first
could
time, isn't
bring.
it?
Yeah, it was his first time playing Votan as well.
Mm.
Yeah,
We were expecting an 18 plus from the Wolf Jail into Chaos Knights because I know that Wolfjar does really well into Chaos Knights, because we saw that at ANZTC, not like back in May. So when we
Yeah.
saw this, I went, we're going to get Patricia the Chaos Knight matchup, because between Jonty and Patricia, we should have 2 big wins. Obviously, one of those things didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then I think in terms of peering, you guys putting Blood Angels into Custodes normally would be quite good, but you missed a little piece of the 100-point secret tech that I had that Chris didn't. I was explaining to Chris, like, normally Blood Angels trading into Custodes, Fight on Death, Interrupts, Armor Contempt,
Yeah,
all really good tools against Custodes, but I had a Calidus and he didn't.
yeah. That
And
So, yeah.
after that, he was like, "Damn, I need a Calidus."
Yeah, it's just going through, and we miss things all the time. Like over in Belgium, we miss the Tyranids battle shock when you come in from reserve tech, and we put hypercrypt into it, and that was just, we should never have done that, right? It's just people will tweak their lists for teams, maybe 150, 200 points, maybe 100 points, just so there's this one particular scenario. If they do have to play that certain thing, they beat it even harder, and then
yeah,
maybe that little tweak will skew them so they're not as good into other matchups, but they go, hey, that's fine because we'll just avoid those, right?
Yeah,
And that's the kind of secret tech that goes into constructing a team's list.
yeah. One
100%.
of one of the ideas I'm toying with now is to get what are those attaches for the no deep strike,
Oh yes,
because there's so many deep strike things
the
nowadays.
Imperial Fleet Officer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
nice.
just
The 12
throw
inches
some,
bubble. Yeah, the 12 inches bubble is so good, man.
Yeah,
and it's like 40 points, and you can get 3 of them for
Yes, you can get 3
120.
but
of them.
they have to join an officer unit, don't they? They can't be
Yes,
standalone.
they
Yeah.
can't stand on their own, but that's okay. They just join some blobs, chuck one in the back with a mortar unit,
Luke,
one running with solar.
is it time? Is it
Is
time
it?
for our triple Scion command squad 16-man units?
It's coming. It's I just bought a pack of the original metal stormtroopers.
Oh
I
yes,
gotta
yes, the Casco ones, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta start stripping them now and building my extra
Oh,
Scion squads.
that's awesome.
Those things are
No,
Yeah,
gonna be fun.
yeah, because those units actually delete a lot of infantry the turn they drop in. It's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Um,
yeah,
but yeah, I think this particular round, James getting the 20 and you getting the 15 over John T, basically secured it, and
So
really good
how many
pairings.
points? How many points is the consider a draw?
Like
55.
54 to
yeah.
50, no 55, I think, to
55, I
46.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
something like that.
yeah, or John T bringing. If John T was won by the way that we could have the draw on the side of the win. If I could get those points, we got the draw on the lose side, but it's still a draw. So that is small, and it's the beautiful of the teams. What Ronnie did was amazing. Of course, what you did, Luke, was beating Johnny Larson,
I was very
top player
lucky.
in Europe. But that was amazing.
I think
You
what we
got those points.
forgot to take into account when we did the matrix for this particular round, and this is like the next level up. What you have to take into consideration when you do your pairings is, what is the mission, what is the primary, what is the secondary, and how does that change things? Because I think one of the things we didn't account for was this was a 6 objective mission with take and hold,
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
and we put hypercrypt into green tide, and green tide just went, I guess I control all primary now.
yeah. I just spread out on that one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
pretty much.
John T had some bad luck. I think he drew Cull the Horde in turn 5 when there was like nothing left to cull.
Oh,
I won't forget one combat with the monolith. I think I sent 3 units in there, eventually charged with a truck. And the one time I remembered its wrecking ball, the monolith had 1 loon left. I was like, oh yeah, I got 1 more attack. I rolled, I wounded, and he's like, okay, 3 up save, and he got a 1. And
Oh
it,
no.
oh,
You
otherwise he would have
wrecking balled
taken
his
that point.
monolith. Wow.
That was
love it.
just.
Yeah,
Otherwise, he would have had an extra like 5 points for 2 rounds. It was little
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But it's just, things we have to take into account when we think about the parents' data, and this comes with playing events, playing practice games,
Yeah.
getting maturity, and this is why teams events we release lists. The missions in advance so people can plan around their strategies tackling the round because you're playing 5 games, so
Mm.
for people that are just starting out, you're playing 5 games, you're going to be bringing 5, sometimes 3 or 4 different archetypes in terms of lists. You might go horde, you might go elite, you might go balance like space marines. It depends on what you're expecting. And then when you construct the factions, you're kind of going, okay, cool, we've got answers to certain things and we hope they don't bring this other thing here. And then you also have to tailor to the mission. So if it's a lot of battle line sort of beneficial secondary missions, then you
Put some in
probably
there.
want to look at bringing some battle line heavy armies. Whereas if it's more, I don't know, spy leadership or fog of war or something like that, then you could just bring
Do
metalists, I
whatever.
guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
do whatever. Yeah, one thing I was very surprised is Ronan not bring T Suns to this team's event because T Suns were pre-nerf. They were probably at the height of the T Suns power.
I can't remember why we
Yeah.
didn't do T-Suns. I know we didn't have any Vortex Beasts at that time, so it might have
Ah,
been one
okay.
of the reasons.
It was a
Yeah.
model.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Because I'm thinking T
Yeah.
Suns is a very strong army, but it does need a bit of protection as well. So Chaos Knights is actually a very good choice as an early defender to
Mm.
take out, some strong lists.
Yeah. And then also speaking of looking at the rounds and the missions coming up, we haven't got to that stage yet, but we've seen people who want specific maps in specific missions. So
Mm.
they've actually pre-measured, like you said, John, to which maps the monolith can move on. People do that with one guy did it with Baneblade, the Baneblade once, where it can
Yeah.
fit, where it can get line of sight. People do that with Rogel Dawns and things. We
Yes.
haven't got to that stage yet, but
Yes.
I think that's like an evolution we gotta start looking
Absolutely.
Yeah,
at.
'cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
if your list cannot go anywhere, like you have the big monolith, so you have miniatures that are
Mm.
very, big. Yeah, 100%. That's the way you go. I remember, um, uh, Ryan was testing, um, where his what was the name, the
Hecaton.
flyer, the Space Marine one.
Oh.
No, the Space Marine one,
Storm Raven.
Storm Raven, where he couldn't put it so he could move it turn one to go, blah, blah,
Mm.
blah. And I remember, well, that is very smart. He's kind of like thinking one step forward. It's like how that map could affect me. If there is any map that I need to avoid. And he knows, knowing even that, and it's a big advantage against your opponent that will normally not think about that.
That's I think that's a bit of a follow on from playing WTC format a lot is you start understanding how some of those tables are designed and in a teams format, especially 5 mans. 8 mans it's not as bad. 5 mans because there's one light table, one heavy table, 3 medium tables, right? So for example, if the round had 5 tables and only one table could fit the monolith, we don't know if we would take if we would put Jonty down first because he would be disadvantaged. The chances of him getting that table is 50-50 because you roll after you put down your first defender. So if you guys knew that fact about it and you won the roll off to pick table, you just pick it for your matchup. And
Yeah.
then you put
Yes.
really strong attackers into the hypercrypt list, and then we're like, okay, we're now disadvantaged by the table as well as the matchup. So there's quite a few things and factors to think about.
Yeah.
That
Gets
is, yeah,
gets
it's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does build on and seem like a lot, but you do it in stages and you start,
Yeah.
like I said, evolving through things. Like, hey, now we have a
Mm.
matrix. Now we
Yeah.
know what skew list looks like. Now we got to start getting reps in. Then you
Yeah.
start looking at those things. I haven't
What
even thought about using tables against people yet, but it's a good idea. I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah. See, that's so. I guess like after NZTC because that was the biggest teams event in New Zealand. What sort of learnings do you draw from that going through the event? First of all, don't go to 6 round events because they suck. Um, but like, is it helping? Like, are you drawing experience off that teams event? Building for the next one. How are you approaching it? Any difference?
Um, so yeah, first thing I did was I went back to guard because green tide was so bad.
Yeah, playing
Uh,
Horde in 3 hours is also not fun.
Yeah.
no. Yeah. But after that, though, we did take a bit of a break because, like you said, it was heavy. I mean,
Yeah.
people didn't want to see 40K for like the next week. So, yeah, we haven't really got back into the swing of things yet. We're probably going to do it after what's coming up.
We
Immortal
have
Chili's
the
the
well,
teams
yes,
in
we have
2
the
weeks.
Spice Balls flow.
Yeah. So after the
In
Spice Must Flow, we're going to actually start sitting
yeah,
down as a
Yeah.
team. I mean, we put together like a WhatsApp chat of the people that are playing, and then we still got to actually start talking and building some strategies and trying to arrange some reps. Like, yeah, Mr. Charlie, I really want to get some practice into Black Templar, the Horde list. If
the
you can
whole
organize
list.
that,
Sure.
I'm going to probably ping you too, Pat, for
Yeah,
some jail
Yeah.
time.
that's all good. Jail time.
Yep.
Well, and
I
that's
mean,
interesting because we are waiting for the points actually.
yeah.
Yeah,
So that's why this time of the year is always a bit of a lull because it's post WTC. The September October points hasn't been released yet. We know we're not probably not getting a massive rules update because that's going to be in January. So it's kind of like, does T Suns get hit? Does Wolfjail get hit? Do
yeah,
Sisters get hit? For example, is how we're looking at pivoting between the lists at the moment.
And that's just a speculation, mate. Because oh yeah, sisters should get a nerf because they have been winning or they have been top of most of the tournaments, and then next week you don't see any sister in the top table in the top tournaments. It's like what's going on? And then you see GSC. It's like what's GSC doing here?
That's just Innis. That's just Innis. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I know. But it's
Yeah.
interesting, and that's what you don't know. You never know with GW what is going to happen.
Yeah.
They will always surprise you.
I
keeps
think it's
things
a bit more
fresh.
consistent now. I think it's a bit more consistent. We can expect anyone over, say, 55% win rate. The top two will probably get a slight points increase in the popular units.
Mm.
Anyone in the bottom two, like in the sub 40s or in the low 40s, probably get a little bit of points decrease. Um,
Yes.
but you never know as well, because I think even though, for example, Custodes, I've been playing bit of Custodes, even though they're a 42% win rate, I think Venatari will probably go up in points, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
And we'll see decreases, maybe Dreads, maybe Sagittarium, maybe Alaris will, and Bikes get a bit of points decrease, the units that people are not bringing, um, to balance it out a bit. But, who
Yeah.
knows if they'll even get a change, right? So that's what we're kind of all waiting for. Um, but yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be interesting.
I'm waiting. The jump assault into scissors goes up in points, and when I talk with some people, they goes like, "But they just got a point decrease." It's like it's like yeah, but GW's GW's. Every
Yeah,
single list has jump assault into scissors. If you don't have three squads, if you are a marine, what are you doing? Something
yeah.
wrong.
yeah. Blood Angels also got released, so maybe they'll get a small bump, and then Death Company come down or something.
Well, Blood Angels haven't had official codex release yet, so technically it's
Yeah.
still index. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
until
that's when the
December.
points will come out, right? The points should come
Um,
out with the
is the
codex.
codex
'Cause-
scheduled for October? I thought the codex was more December.
Yeah, I think it's
oh,
December.
I know we just got the collector's edition with the
Yeah.
box, and then it's normally
Well,
about 2-3 weeks after that.
no, because the Tau one was like 2 months after.
Oh,
Yep.
really? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah,
take that back. Fine. Damn.
apparently the Blood Angels will be around the end of the year, November, December.
Yeah.
That's
Because it's
what.
the last codex release this year is Blood Angels, right? So
Yes, correct.
Poor Blood
So
Angels players.
yeah,
oh
so
no, I think get the most use out of your 10-man foot death companies with power fists and frontal pistols before they're gone forever. Holy crap, like I have to cut
Oh yeah.
so many hands off my army.
and you just painted.
And I just
Uh,
painted that army. Yeah.
Oh no.
pretty much. Well, but yeah, it is what it is. But for teams, yeah, I guess um, will be interesting because that point drop will be, or the points will be there, so
Mm.
will most likely affect the meta. And I don't know if it's enough time to readjust and test too much. Um, and that's one of my fears, for example. Oh yeah, but let's keep using the jail. If I get a bump on increase on point too hard, then maybe it's not even playable anymore.
Maybe that's why we're
Um,
building 15 Deathwing Knights.
oh, you can play that, man. I'm not going to play Dark Angels. I refuse to play Dark Angels. Those are going up in points, and you know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
They
have
will
to.
they will
Whatever
go
John
up.
Lennon plays always goes up in points. Don't worry.
He breaks the yeah, I know. And,
Yeah.
and that's the same with the sisters again. I have been building my sisters and all of that is like, do I get even, I, do I even bother to do this? Because they may get nerfed too hard and it's not going to be even playable. But it's like, nah, yeah, let's go. Charlie keeps telling me you need to have your sister ready to go. Fuck,
Otherwise, you're never gonna get ready, man. You're gonna keep waiting for the points to be right.
that's true. That's true. So I'm in the airbrushing process now. Airbrushing.
Yeah.
Lot of sisters. Too many sisters. Too many
We'll
sisters.
last minute put you on something like Nids, maybe.
Well, yeah, Space Wolf was not that that was not my first pick. You and Ryan put me on this path, and people now hates me. You and Ryan put me on the Wolf Jail. Oh, Potter, yeah, the Wolf Jail, and then it's like, yeah, okay, cool, but I'm going to test it. And here we are. Everybody
But
hates
you're
me.
enjoying it, right?
Oh yeah, my opponent's not.
I guess that's the other aspect of teams as well is the team composition is quite important. We needed a gel list. We needed a fast gel list
Mm.
in terms of the team comp. And I mean, we didn't get it right 100%. Um, but when you build out your list, especially when you start getting serious, you do need a couple of players to be quite flexible to be able to jump onto new factions and play them and get the reps in and play them well, and have maybe two others that are faction specialists, like Stefan, Nid's Vanguard faction specialist. You always bring him because he serves a very, very good role, a very scary list that can just lock some people up. Um, and
Yeah,
force the big thing is forcing good matchups for your other guys, right? So yeah, I think
yeah.
it's a really good way to approach.
Pretty
So
much.
yeah, it's why I'm trying to build up more armies, just so we have some choices, and we do have like multiple Blood Angels players, multiple
Mm,
people that played various armies. So we swap models, we share things. Yeah. If
yeah,
the meta
Yeah.
changes, then we don't have to everyone rush out and buy new stuff.
yeah.
We have Charlie Khan. He owns all every single RB.
No, not every single army, and you
No,
Okay.
own everything I don't have. So
who's
Except for
doing
agents.
agents?
No, we have an agent player, but
Ash.
he needs to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ash is the only agent that I know. All the rest is yeah, and it's a lot of models, mate. It's 100 and something models. It's like very tight. So yeah, nah.
yeah, that was quite funny when Ash submitted his list for the RTT. Was it the RTT or GT early in the year
RTT. Yeah.
before the codex drop? I
The
think my
GT,
first
the
comment
first
was,
GT.
I didn't realize you could play agents as a faction. I thought they were only allies.
And it was like, yes, you can. And but what are your stratagems? Well, I don't have
No,
any.
Nothing.
core stratagems. Yeah,
Core stratagem. I have a good one. He said, common reroll. Very
Yeah.
good
command
common
reroll.
reroll.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
remember he was
Well,
overwatching with the assassins. I was like, dude, like, you got CP. May as well use it.
yep. And
and he got sixes. Yeah,
He
yeah,
got
he was
sixes.
killing people with the Vindicate like crazy. Well, I
yeah,
have the CPs. Let's do the common
Let's use
reroll.
it.
Like,
yeah,
yeah, Overwatch. Why not? It's like, oh, look, I hit you. Like, yeah. There was interesting, and yeah, when he shows the list, it's like, dude, what's going on here? And it's like crazy, and so many units with different abilities that he was like,
Mm.
how this is even possible? How much point is this? I don't know. It's like 80 points unit, like four up Evo, yeah, field of pain, throw extra grenades. Let's go. Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah.
Very cool. Very
Still
very
want to
cool.
play him.
You
Yes,
should,
yeah.
because we all want to play him because none of us knows how that list works.
Definitely is a good experience. I will tell you. I play one of his iterations prior to Codex with Canis Rex was really really scary. And now with the Codex, apparently, I have not been able to play. I have a game lined up with him, but it is very interesting all the shenanigans, bodies that they can throw to you that you don't even know. It's like, oh yeah, probably I can get rid of this. It's like, no, you can, not fast enough. So yeah, interesting,
Yeah,
very interesting.
I, I picked up the book and it seems like a cool army to play. So I just bought somebody's second-hand lot of Grey Knights. Let's see what I can put together.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not the Grey Knights or the Death Watch. It's like the Saboteurs, the Reductors, the
Yeah, but the
yeah,
skeleton
the
the
boxes are
cost.
expensive,
Breaches.
man.
Yes,
Yeah,
very expensive.
yeah, they are super expensive. It's a very expensive army to collect at this stage, at least with yeah, so
With
little
limited
to.
options. Yeah.
Correct, correct, correct. And I have seen a couple of lists with Grey Knights plus the Sisters and bunch of stuff, but I think the approach of just Imperial
Just the
random
agents,
shit,
yeah.
it is so cool. But I guess there is take around there. There is some the Dead Watch that now they are no longer Space Marines, technically speaking, but there is some stuff there. Apparently, they are quite cool and strong on the list. I don't know. Have not been able to play it, so I cannot say yet.
Mm,
But yeah, interesting times, to be honest. Interesting times.
yeah. Touch on a good point though. Like wanting to play against all these weird and wacky SKU lists is probably a big part of playing teams and part of the team's culture. So I know for WTC, what we did is we played against other countries. We did scrims. We would do practice rounds against other countries, and I think that's absolutely something we can replicate here. So, for example, our team and yourself, Luke, with Roosters, we could set up a weekend and play 2 to 3 rounds, scrimming, just playing all the different weird skill
Yeah.
lists against each other, because then we combine our pool of different armies, different expertise, um, and the
Yeah,
pretty much build data, because data is the biggest part of going to teams. The more accurate your information is, the more confidence your players can call their scores, then the better chances of you winning a round.
Mm.
Right?
And
Yeah,
and when you play into those things that you're not used to, that's when you actually start building your confidence. Oh, it's not as scary as it is in my head,
yeah,
and you get that little
yeah,
confidence, and you
yeah.
know what
And
can be done.
definitely catching the little bits of tech designed to counter you
Yeah.
that they're trying to hide away. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, that's one of the main things. Those it is interesting because sometimes you put, oh, my list, I have Blood Angels as a green, but there is one particular piece in that army that will make that matchup now very very bad for you, and you didn't realize. You didn't test it against that. You tested against the regular ones, the meta ones. So that yeah, so cool, really
yeah.
really cool.
Like if you're playing Wolf Jail Pato and you see a Custodes player with Valerian, you probably don't want to go into that.
Nah, you don't want to go on. Yeah, you
Yeah,
are right. I don't want to go against that, man.
no, no.
100% now. That is
Painting Valerian
designed.
as we speak.
Yeah. But yeah, there is a bunch of stuff. Again, you don't know. So I yeah, I have played against the Chaos Space Marine, and I was like very confident that I was going to get a win there. And I bounced like a champion. And it's like I managed to scramble some points, and then I realized, oh, okay, cool. I didn't play, didn't know, and then Ryan told me, no, you shouldn't have wait and not throw everything straight away, like what you need to do in a jail. Just go and put the pressure. He says, no, you needed to wait and stage more, and and it's like, well, now it's not. Now it doesn't matter because I already lost the game. You should have told me that before, not after. Yeah, why not? Let's go.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah, very,
Yeah,
very, very valuable data. But yeah, 3 hours ago. That's it. Yeah, it's cool that
awesome. Cool. I
we.
think we can probably start wrapping up. I think
Yeah.
had
Yes,
Luke on
yeah,
for
yeah.
quite a while.
We
It is
have
a work
covered
night,
most of
school
the
night.
points. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off
Yeah.
there.
No, no, I was
Oh
gonna say
yeah.
I've actually got a 7 a.m. meeting with some dude in the US, so
Oh,
I
fun.
can't be
Maybe
too
I
late.
hate meeting.
All right, now we get the beers out, and
Now's where it started. Now we want to Luke, that we always talk about in Tactical Chile. We try to promote the community and
Mhm.
events that not only our events, because yeah, we run. We have been in a rush to run a lot of events just to test
That
ourselves
guy,
and put pressure.
that guy.
Yeah, I know that's my fault. But has been very. It has been a quite a very fun journey, I will say. We have learned a lot. You cannot deny that, Charlie. We have learned a lot, and a lot of people have has been liking what we have doing. But we always give a shout to the teams. We always give a shout to other events that is happening, and we did a little something. Well, was Charlie actually? He was working hard last night. Believe it or not, he was working. Um, and we created a small page to yes, a link tree to pretty much put all the next dates for all the tournaments that we know. And so this will take
Nice.
you straight away to the event, the BCP. So it's just when is that the date, and yeah, kind of like easy place where to go. Charlie has said that he will be updating this um, very efficiently. So as soon as we know about an event, we will just put it here, so people will be able to um, yeah, one centralized place, because sometimes the events get lost in a bunch of um, posts between and yeah, so this way is easier. And we have also some of the links to our social media, YouTube and Spotify up to now. So this is the next one. The two events there is the War Banner 11 in Napier, and the Spice Balls Flow that
Yeah,
is
like
on.
good example. I didn't know Napier was hosting an event the same weekend as us.
We didn't know
Yeah, we didn't
exactly
know. Yeah, until I
because
I showed someone this and they said, "Oh, you forgot to add the Napier event." I was like, "Didn't know there was one." Because BCP, it's super hard to filter by country
Yeah.
or by city.
yeah.
Uh,
So basically, you need what I
yeah,
I learned that you need to do is put Auckland, just put 500 miles, and that will
yeah. If I
give
put
you
yeah, I put New Zealand and it picked up a whole bunch of Australian events for some reason.
Yeah, no, you need to put Auckland and then expand the miles, and that will give you. I just managed to see that. So we have the Spasmos Flow GT. Luke is, I know Luke is expecting this one, testing
Oh
some
yeah.
weird list probably. Um, there is carnage around the Gases, Rotorua. You, Charlie, will not be here. You will be in Australia, but I will go to the Rotorua one. This is the first GT that the lads from Wargaming Rotorua Club are putting together. They were always doing one dayers. This is the first GT, so they're expecting to be interesting. Then on the same weekend is the which one is this one? Oh, Manawatu Maelstrom 2 in Palmerston North. This is a little bit southern for the Aucklanders,
Mm.
I will say. Um, then we have the teams event, the Immortal Chili in Hamilton. That is on the 2nd and the 3rd of November. Um, Lakes of Blood on the 17th, 16th and 17th of November. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to get my calendar there. Charlie, you do also, I think you are not 100% sure if you
No,
can go
I'm
there.
still waiting. I have a work commitment I might have to do that weekend, so if I
Yeah.
can get out of it, then I'll probably
Yeah,
sign up.
we will go there. And then the fight before Christmas, we couldn't even we blinked and all the tickets were sold. Like, okay, cool. I guess we are not going.
Are these
Super
all
popular event.
GTs?
Yeah, these are all 2 days. Yeah,
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what is left in the calendar. All
yeah.
2 days.
I when I was putting this together last night, I didn't see any 1 day events in any of the main groups. We haven't put any up because we just finished our last one. So yeah, it looks like it's all 2 day events until end of the year. I know Kraken's still looking to do one. I don't know if it's singles or teams. They haven't announced it yet, but there should be another
They
Kraken event before
are
the
they
end of the
going to
year.
do it?
Yeah, yeah. No, they said
They
they want to
said they
do
were.
one. Yeah,
Mm.
Okay,
because
cool.
normally it's Kraken GT, which is the premier singles event. But they said they might turn it into a teams event. Is the last I heard, the last piece of
Yeah,
gossip. So
but somehow I hear that they saw the calendar is very busy for here to the last of the year. You can see it here, and apparently they say, well, it's not. We may not do anything because there is no an actual date that we can run anything on the.
we can do another teams end of November. There's
Nothing
Why
wrong
not?
with
always
that.
room for teams. Always room for teams.
All rules to team. What will be cool when they start running the 8 months event? That will be
Oh
cool.
yes, very
Oh,
much looking forward to the 8 man events.
Yes, 8 man events
Yeah,
will change the
yeah,
whole.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
we've
will
already
change
started
everything.
scheming for the 8 mans. So
Yes, of course.
yeah, as soon as it was announced, we started scheming.
as
There's
long as it's not
plans in
six
motion.
rounds.
No, it's going to be. I believe what they are planning is 4 rounds, 10 teams. But they are 4.5 hour runs, like
Ah,
basically exactly the same as WTC. So two
yeah,
rounds a day.
Okay, we'll have to be quick to get tickets then. That'll
Yeah,
sell out
yeah,
double.
pretty much. You need to get the stuff done
yeah.
straight away. Then,
But
and
it's
yeah,
kind of perfect for the Rooster team as well because you have that core 8 players. So
Yeah, that makes it.
perfect for you guys. Yeah,
yeah, and I think most of the teams already have built that 5 men, 6 men, or 7 men. So it's going to be easy for the teams that has been recurring going to teams events. Will be easy.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
give me 1 second. Let me go back to the
Exciting
normal
stuff.
screen.
Is there a link for that page?
Yes,
We are going to
I'll be
release it.
posting that up. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So when we
Yes.
release the video, we'll put it in the description, and I'll be doing a post, just a quick post on the 40k New Zealand page. Just go, hey guys, here's
Yeah. And we
from
are
what I
going
can
to
see all the
also
remaining events, and quick
yes,
link.
and we are going to put that also in our in the Tactical Chili Facebook as link. So you will be able to different places to go. But I think this is very cool, and this way, I guess, it's more visible for all the organizers to get where they want to. And as we say always, we are more than happy to work with all of the wide community in the good faith of a good relationship. For example, the guys from Rotorua Wargaming, they contact me the other day. They asked for if we can provide some terrain because they want to get a see
Yeah, cool.
more than happy. Let's lay in the terrain. Same with Lake of Blood. They come to me. Hey, where do you get your terrain? What do you mean? Where do I get my terrain? I that's all my terrain. I create. I do it, and we have it. It's like, can you rent me the terrain? It's like, nah, man, I'm not going to rent it. I'm going to lend you the terrain so you can run your event. That's the whole point
Awesome.
of Tactical Chile. It's like work with you guys. Of course, we want the shout out. Who didn't want to be mentioned that you support it? But that's the core of Tactical Chile. That's yes, we run our own events. Yes, we spend hours talking shit in YouTube. Yes, uh, but it is about building the community. Make that those events that other wants to run and they may not have all the resources, they can do it, and we can go out of also outside of Auckland, and Rotorua, anywhere. I actually offered to Wellington when they did the WTC. I said to him to um, Steve, I
Steve?
told
Yeah.
him, yeah, say, hey, why you're doing only 10 teams? Can you go to more teams? Because I can lend you the terrain, the mats, and everything. Saying, oh, we love it, we will love it, but it's because of the venue. Say, well, fair enough, all good. but the offer is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like a rapper that you can insert and just go featuring tactical chili.
Pretty much,
Uh,
pretty much.
yeah. It's also why I try to go to different events and whenever something pops up, just to
Mm,
support. And if you show a lot of people, then it helps the community grow because people see
yeah,
that and they come through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
yeah.
We also help the last tournament for Hobby Master. Steven asked for support a couple of times. He asked you, Charlie, and this pasta
Oh yeah,
here,
because
he was going to WTC. So Steven apparently asked you, "Hey, can you lend me you do you have WTC terrain?" Say, "Yeah, I have two tables. Can you lend me those tables for the top tables on the tournament?" "Yeah, sure, but I can do something better. Pato can go there, and how many tables you need?" "Yeah, Pato can bring it. All good. I will tell Pato."
yeah, I
Ended
Just
just
up,
rent. I,
volunteered
I
you.
rented you out. Yeah, yeah.
why not? And we ended up lending six tables for the half of the tournament was WTC, and the other one was with GW terrain, which great. We love to do that. We have the resources, so
Mm.
it's why not? Go
Yeah.
for
Did,
it.
did you even get to play, Pat, or were you just there carting stuff
No,
out?
I play. I play. I
Ah, okay.
managed to get a last minute, last
Ticket.
minute ticket. And I jumped to. Actually, I won the tournament. It was very bad, but yeah, that's how that goes.
Hey, but you didn't score 300, so
No, Tate took my 300 because he took ages. Yeah, Tate, you took ages with your GSC. He he brings so many GSC bags that was not even was not cool.
um,
Keep
but
killing
cool.
stuff. Keep bringing back.
Yeah. So I guess the other important piece is we've now hit 100 followers on Facebook, which is
Yes,
awesome because now that means we can live stream. So we're just getting our setup
great.
ready. You're going to see a lot more of our live streams on the page where we are at our events, other people's events, any event, overseas events, whatever it is, shit talking about
Nice.
other people. It's going to be great. But like I promised last episode, when we hit 100 followers, we're going to give away some WTC merch that I bought back. So here's an example of the WTC objective markers that we're going to give
Go
away.
near to your face. Near to your face, Charlie. No, there.
Perfect.
Thank you, Charlie.
Uh,
Excellent.
so a set of official WTC markers freshly imported from Belgium. Um, we're going to figure out how to do this live stream thing and try and give it away on a live stream. So stay tuned.
Yes. If you have like our Facebook, you will be in the draw for those. So still time until we do this because we are now working on for preparing stuff for the GT. So we will do that live at some point from here to that. Also, the giveaway for the dice sets. Next week we are going to be doing that draw. So if you have not, uh, given like and subscribe and everything, you still have time to do it. Those dice are very spicy. That there is a lot of people that can confirm that they roll very good. Um, and yeah, we will keep doing some of these things. Um, Give away tactical Chile objective markers, and we are going to do some giveaways of our t-shirts. You can see here Frankie. Give it a shout to Frankie. The very first ever t-shirt goes to Frankie. He has been helping us TOing. So yeah, a good set of
Nice.
stuff that we are going to be having around to promote the tactical Chile, but also give to the people that support us all the time. Yeah. So yeah,
Awesome.
thank you, Luke, for spending this time with us talking just
Only a
nonsense.
pleasure, guys.
Thank you for your insight and that share with us the journey that you and the Rooster has follow. That I hope that encourage other people, all the team, new teams, and
Yeah.
potentially the creation of more people encouraging to go and jump into the teams events. There is taking. It's going to be more and more around New Zealand. So just grab 5 minutes and go and play it.
Yeah, it's teams is the best way to play 40k.
Yeah.
It is.
Agree,
And
100%.
bring your kids. I have to say, Luke, you're a massive inspiration to me. If
Yes,
I can get my daughter into 40k, is just doing doubles and doing teams. Such a
yeah,
great thing to see.
100%. I failed with the first two, so I will see if I can fix that error with the next two that I have.
Try again.
Uh, no, it's been great having you on the show, mate.
Yeah, thank you
Yes,
very much, guys. It's been
And
fun.
yeah,
yes. Thank you very much. Say hi to Ronnie. Keep it studying, mate.
um,
Um,
Will
tell him
do.
this is happening. Me and him, round one.
yeah,
It's gonna
he can
happen.
choose. He can choose Charlie or myself, whatever he wants. It's up to him.
No, I haven't played him in a while. I think I need to play Ronan.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we can give you that one.
Okay,
So yes,
we'll get a Meta T Suns list just for you.
excellent.
Absolutely perfect for me.
Love
I'll
it.
bring the 100 Crusaders. Let's go.
That's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Good night, and we
Awesome.
will see you on the GT.
Cool. Cheers, everybody.
So,
See you.
cheers, mate.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh, that was good, man.
That was a good chat.
Yes, we managed to have. I think we get from Luke all that all the experience that he and the team went through, and what better if you can do it with friends, but also with your son, your kids. That I think is amazing, Charlie. Stop buying Lorcana. Stop typing there.
What?
You're not going to buy Lorcana. I know what you're doing,
Shush.
man. You're trying to buy Lorcana.
Well, I'm trying to
No,
finish the collections.
you're trying to finish the collection. Sounds about right. But yeah, as always, well, if you're enjoying our um, episode, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us in Facebook. There's still time for all the giveaways that we are doing. Um, we will keep giving to the community back. We are going to do now that we can more live, probably in the Facebook, more active. So there is a lot of information that will be there. Uh, the website with the events. We hope that we start building, start seeing the events for next year. That will be cool. What is going to be happening next year? Tactical Chili is going to be doing once a month, Charlie, or is
Oh,
that is
come
that's
okay. Good luck, mate. I'm
so
retiring.
I needed to pull that from him, but
I'm
yes,
I'm gonna
that's
go
so good.
competitive Lorcana.
Competitive Locana, yes. Oh, you need to retire now that you won one tournament. You retire
There
as
wasn't a tournament. No, I'm gonna go to the
oh,
store champs. The store champs are
okay,
coming up.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's why you need to go. Win that,
yeah,
and then you can retire
yeah.
on the peak.
Dude, if you're in the top 8, they give you shiny cards. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I know. Like you did with GSC. You won one game and retire on the top, 100% win rate GSC. That's the way you do
Uh,
it. But
no.
yes, that's all good. Well, I will see you. Well, we see you. Yes, I think I see you more than my wife at this stage, man.
And you're
So
gonna move closer, so looking forward to
yeah, I'm
that.
going to move closest. We are going to have a good
Yeah, I've
new
already
place.
ordered the beers.
Excellent. Don't tell Ryan because he will get and he will drink everything over there. Cool, my friend.
All right,
Good night, and yeah, we will see you around.
catch you later.
No, come on. Stay
No.
spicy. Okay,
Okay, spicy.
stay
Something
spicy.
about spicy.
See ya. Bye.